therapy sessions on TV and in movies always showed the patient reclining on a couch. I don't know why I expected it to actually be like that up until now. Nope, there are these two armchairs here, they're facing each other, and I'm probably supposed to sit in one, but there's really no point in that, so I just sort of stand hover.
Do you feel happy?
Yeah. I mean, reasonably happy.
You feel like you could be any happier?
Well, yeah, of course, don't you?
Not really, no. I feel content.
I mean, that's not what I'm saying. I feel content. I didn't say I don't feel content. I'm just saying, I could be happier, I think.
That's a bad way to think about things. All right. Well, that's why you're here. We're here to work through things like that.
You're saying you just feel happy all the time.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. To an extent.
And I float off the ground through the ceiling and up, up, up until I'm above the lowest clouds. People like that therapist, they're bullshitters. I don't have time. I used to think the clouds were really fluffy and airy, like meringue for the sky. And I mean, I still think they're pretty magical. I mean, looking at them as you pass through, you can almost imagine you can feel them. I imagine them with a biting cold, but the refreshing kind, like sitting out in the glowing warmth of the sun, or lemon juice and ice on the front of your teeth. Anyway, my therapist told me clouds actually weigh a shitload. That really kind of ruined clouds for me overall. I hear a bird shriek really loud. Really long, too. Usually birds quit well before... Oh, shit, that's not a bird. Cool it. Cool it. You're already dead. Look, flying's not that hard. It's like taking your first steps. Do you remember what it was like to take your first steps?
What the hell are you talking about, man?
All right, we're pretty close to the ground. Here, I tell him what it's like to be a ghost. Like how we can only move Ouija board planchettes and other ghosts. How most living people can't see ghosts, and ghosts stay here forever as far as I can tell, at least until they find what they sought after in life. Omar nods and readily accepts all this.
What did you want? In life, I mean.
Dunno. Wouldn't be here if I did. I thought I had a pretty happy run. Apparently not, to a cosmic standard.
What happens when we figure it out?
Oh, we go to Australia. Yeah, I've heard it's really nice there. I guess some ghosts took a vote a while back on the best places to hang out, and Australia came out on top. So that's the only place you're not allowed to go to until you find your life meaning. I mean, you could probably get in, just you get a slap on the wrist, I think.
Australia.
But yeah, when you figure it out, the ghost council or whatever comes in and throws some confetti on you and they let you into Australia.
Sounds like something to look forward to.
We float around for a bit, not talking about much, not doing much.
It's pretty boring. Just floating around. Is that all you do?
Mostly.
All right. No wonder you haven't gotten into Australia. Come on, let's go haunt a house.
That's not any fun during the day. You gotta wait till night.
Screw it. That one.
That one?
Hell yeah, that one. Come on, we're going.
We fly in and out of the house. We make a couple of people feel cold, but they write it off as the AC, so we decide to ditch. I feel bad. Just emotionally,
So, have you met, Disney?
Walt Disney? No, he pretty much went straight to Australia from what I've heard. No one really wants to leave Australia once they get there.
That makes sense. You seem like a pretty happy dude.
The world is shit. People are shit.
Whoa.
Humans are dirt.
Whoa!
Sorry, man, Sorry, forget it. I don't know where that...
Got an idea.
What was that?
What?
Omar, you've done it! Come with me, you're going to Australia!
Omar leaves, saying he'll visit.
T-O-N. Tony. Tony. Okay, CJ, get over here. You have to have your hand on the planchette or something bad might happen.
Heck no!
You're being an ass. It's moving. Screw you.
Dude, this is the funniest seance of all time.
Look, Tony. Okay, look, Tony, we don't mean any disrespect, but you gotta admit, Tony is a funny name for a ghost. Just not really a ghostly name, you know?
Oh, Jesus Christ, get a grip.
We shouldn't be doing this! This is unholy!
Ooh, is there a god? Tony, is there a god?
Y-E-A-H. Tony, you know there's a place for you to say yes or no. Right there at the top.
Holy shit!
So this is the room where a guy supposedly shot himself when he was on a cruise. You know, his suicide note said he felt invisible. He never felt love his whole life.
Well, that is sad.
People stay in there all the time. In the dark. Alone. Apparently, it's one of the most haunted rooms on the whole ship.
Hell no! Why don't you do it?
Hey! You're the one who's serious about this investigation thing. You're the one who saw a white mist.
I am positive I did. It was calling to me, like... It felt lonely, like... It wanted to be seen. Like it wanted love.
What's your name? Please hear me.
If you can hear me, if you're real, please understand. I come peacefully, respectfully. If you're real, and there's something you want to say it to this mic. I think it might be able to pick you up.
What's your name?
Are you the man who shot himself in this room?
No, my name is Tony. I was murdered. Not here in Utah, please. Please, I just want to know what your name is.
Do you feel invisible? That's what Delilah said. You felt invisible, and that's why you killed yourself?
Your name!
How do you feel now? Are you okay now? Do you feel at peace? You feel good? Do you feel happy?
Omar. He was a great friend. He doesn't want to be around anymore, I guess. I get it. I get that. I can't get into Australia. I can't figure out my life. And that's not fun to be around, but sometimes I hate him.
Are you angry?
And I get that he doesn't owe me anything,
Are you a bad ghost?
But I don't think that's too much.
Or a friendly ghost?
I don't think one visit. I don't think that's too much.
If you could tell me
He must be having a lot of
how
fun
I'm
in Australia.
doing, like, just in general, in my life, if I'm
My life was happy.
doing it wrong, if you could tell me what's in my future.
My life was happy.
Can you make
What more could I
anything
want?
in the room move?
Get the hell out of here. Live every day of your life. Feel sad, feel happy. Try to make the feelings last as long as they can. You can be so happy, you can be so sad. You're always changing, and one day you'll dissipate and you won't change anymore until you find a way to be complete, and you can't be happy looking forward or back. You can feel happy today. You can feel happy today. Here. Stay here. Stay here. I sit in a Massachusetts park in the sun, August, the middle of the field. Birds chirp, the sky's a heavy blue, unstained by any white to be seen. A man pulls a stroller under the shade of the oak tree and lets out his little girl. She just cartwheels. She hits her father in the balls, and he gives her a smiling, strange, stern couple of words. She screams that he's it, and he chases her until he is tired, and she is not. He rests his back on the tree's good trunk, and the leaves act as stars to gaze. They make constellations. The father asks if she's excited for California with Mommy next week, and one leaf falls on the girl's face. It was a healthy green summer leaf when it died. It seems to have deemed it time to feel the spirit. The messy orange popsicle light of a child, to be in the clear, ultimate head of a child, to be a child. In turn, I deem it time to leave, and I lift off into the endless sky. But looking back, I see the girl look up at me in awe. She clobbers her father's shoulder, who shakes himself from his preoccupations and looks where she points. Confused, he forms a question mark with his brow. Bashful, I feel like I should oblige, so I zoom, I swirl, I blast off into a single loop-to-loop in the air. The girl smiles wide, she applauds. I ascend, tepid. I assume she thinks I was a cloud.